Good morning. Lillian and Sawyer are here to read a story with us. This is the third time we've started this story because each time we've gotten interrupted. So let's see if we can get it this time. This is The Most Magnificent Thing. And I did look up on AR. For whatever reason, it was saying like I could look it up and it said it was an AR book, and then you guys weren't getting it. So I got on Lillian's account. Lillian has AR too. I got on her account, and this is an AR book. So it's a pretty popular book too, so it should be on there. The Most Magnificent Thing. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant.
It's the
Next,
puppy dog.
Yeah, the assistant's a puppy dog. Next, they gather supplies and they set up out of the way to get to work. Girls, are they out of the way? No, they are right smack dab in the middle of the way. People can't get around them. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. So, do you think that's a very good assistant?
No.
No, he's not doing anything. When she finishes, she steps back to admire her work. She walks to one side. Her assistant examines the other side. This doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up, gives it a shake. Doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good or even sort of kind of good. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she finishes, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines the stairs. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She gives it an antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long. She makes it short. She makes it rough. She makes it smooth. She makes it big. She makes it small. She even makes it smell like stinky cheese. But none of them were magnificent. Does that sometimes happen to you guys? You try something and you try something and you try something and you try something and you just can't get it to work. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing she has in her mind. She gets mad. Does that sometimes happen to you guys? You get frustrated when things don't work out and you get mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work. Her brain is too full of not right things. If only the thing would just work. Crunch. The pain starts in her finger. What happened here? She jammed her finger because she was getting so frustrated. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes up to her brain, and then she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I am no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. Does sometimes that happen to you? Things don't work out and you feel like quitting? See if her assistant maybe is a good assistant after all. It's not much help at first. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something. There's just some of the wrong parts that aren't quite right. The bolts on one of the shapes of another. The wheel to seat ratio of the next. And there are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the end of the time she reaches the end of her trail, she finally notices how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She carefully and slowly tinkering and hammering, twisting and fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. Oh, look, her assistant is, what's he chasing away there, girls? What is that? A squirrel. This one's all wet. This will stop that leak. This one is the perfect to ward off bears. So there were little parts of all of her machines that were great, but she couldn't notice them because she was so mad. When she stepped away and went for a walk, she could notice the things that were really good. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little bit to the left and is a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take a spin. It's not a disappointment. It is the most magnificent thing. What did she make?
A car for the
A car for the assistant to go for. Did the assistant end up being a pretty good assistant after all?
Yes.
Yeah, he got her to go for a walk, which made her think. Sometimes when we get frustrated, it's best just to step away, clear our brain, and then come back to it. And you can see it in a whole new light. Sometimes when you're working on your online learning, it's a good idea to walk away and then come back and try again. And you might just have the most magnificent thing.